Domino issue number 1 by Marvel basically suffers from an identity crisis. it uh, it doesn't know if it wants to take itself seriously or if it wants to be a comedy. It kind of it kind of sticks with the latter a lot more, but then it will shovel in like moments of what should be seriousness and then completely undercuts it with lighthearted humor. And I just it doesn't work. Ugh. So I don't know much about the whole Domino character. I know a little bit about her, mostly because as a kid I used to love Cable, and I know that Domino and Cable were paired for a while. So most of my knowledge of her comes from the few issues of Cable that I have with her in it, and she always kind of came across as this serious, kind of badass, if a little bit C rank, super. I don't even want to say superhero. She kind of came across more almost like an anti-hero. I mean, she did good things, but I mean, she has no qualms with murdering people, or at least from the stuff that I remember. I mean, she's basically like an assassin, a mercenary for hire. But she took her job very seriously. She wasn't cracking jokes like Deadpool or Harley Quinn or Batgirl. This very much reminded me of like of like Batgirl in the sense of I don't know. This almost seems like it's a comic for teen girls rather than for a mature audience, which it should be. So here's our splash page. Issue number 1, brand new series. And this is our splash page. This is supposed to be what gets us hooked. It's supposed to be a cutesy looking dog. I find the dog looking a little bit derpy and not in a cutesy way. This is supposed to hook me in right here. This image. Well, I mean, I guess it's better than the lampshade, but still. Why? Ugh. Marvel. What is happening to you? How do you go from the juggernaut company who can do no wrong basically to this? How is it that like your movies are so freaking fantastic and I don't know. Who is it? Which comic pro is it that says you can't write anything for everybody anymore? It's a Marvel comic pro who said that. You can't write it. I believe it's a Marvel comic pro. You can't write, something for everybody. And it's like, have you not watched a Marvel movie? Marvel movies are basically for everybody. They're for parents, they're for kids, they're for teenagers. Like they please everybody. How is it that your film division is doing so great and like can basically do no wrong? Meanwhile, your comic division, the OG division, can't do anything right. I don't understand it. All right. So we get Domino basically dressed as some kind of pilgrim. I don't know what this outfit is supposed to be. Sipping wine while bantering with this derp dog, this derp pug. Seriously, this is Domino, but Domino is having cutesy talk with the pug, and then we get a little humor where the dog pisses on her, because that's hilarious. 2 pages in on your first issue, and you have your main character getting pissed on. Welcome, welcome to Modern Marvel. So okay, we cut to the Pacific Northwest. This is like 15 hours earlier, where we have Domino teaming up with Deadpool's fuck buddy, basically, Outlaw, who is very stereotypical Southerner. Yeah, and we get basic banter between the two. We have Domino singing, "Hello world, I'm your wild girl, Domino," because that fits Domino's personality to a T. She's she's the joke cracker of the group. You guys remember when she was cracking jokes with Cable? I do. So yeah, there's some kind of timber pirates. No joke, there are pirates stealing timber. I could make a shiver be timber jokes right there, but I'm not going to. All right, so Domino is taking on pirates who are stealing trees. All right, fantastic. This sounds lovely. And yeah, Domino has the high ground, and she has the element of surprise. And you would think, okay, let's use that. We can basically take everyone out right here and now, no trouble. I mean, it's a small group of tree stealing pirates. Can't believe I'm saying that. Oh God. Yeah, let's just shoot them from up here. We got the high ground. We got the element of surprise. But no, because Domino is not that kind of person. She's not the serious tactical uh mercenary slash assassin slash soldier of the group. She is the let's kick down the door and charge in, guns blazing. I mean, you guys all remember when she did that, right? Because that's the kind of character that she was. She just like threw the element of surprise and all that stuff out the window. She wasn't like the tactical member of the group, and she kind of had to be because her powers were not the greatest and could easily backfire. So she like took everything like very super seriously. She planned things out, and she was very methodical when she did her jobs. No, she wasn't that kind of person. She was just like, let me lose the high ground and the element of surprise so I can jump right in front of everybody and I can crack a joke. Because yeah, that's the kind of person that I am. So yeah, she basically drops in. Was the element of surprise, was the high ground, gets everyone's guns trained on her, cracks some jokes, and then she goes up to the hostage, and the hostage turns into a werewolf. So we're a couple pages in, and we have Domino getting pissed on by a dog, jumping in front of tree stealing pirates, and then fighting off a werewolf. Basically. Fantastic. Yeah, and we get jokes like the werewolf like slashes at her and she jumps and she's like, all right, now I'm pissed. And FYI, that was a real jerk move, hostage man. Mm-hmm. Who is this? This isn't Domino. Who the hell is this character? This is like something I would see out of like Batgirl. And I'm not talking about like classic Batgirl. I'm talking about like modern day Batgirl. Terrible Batgirl. That's who this reminds me of. Or Deadpool. This is basically like female Deadpool almost. So yeah, she kind of talks about her powers, how she basically she can't control her powers. The powers just kind of happen on their own. And basically what happens is it'll turn like luck in her favor, but sometimes it won't be like 100% good luck. I mean, it's usually good luck in the sense that like if something were going to kill her, it wouldn't kill her, but she doesn't like come out unscathed. Like maybe she falls off of a building and she breaks like half the bones in her body, but I mean she still survives. She gets hit by a truck and she breaks her arm, or guys shoot at her, maybe a bullet or two hit her, but in non-vital areas. Like she never leaves like unscathed, right? So she's kind of talking about that, and she kind of has this whole like woe is me, my powers are kind of crappy, even though I mean you're almost immortal, somewhat. I mean you come out of like situations that should have killed you, and you don't. But yeah, she's saying that as a truck barrels down her, and she slips in the mud, and the truck drives right over her. And I don't mean it like drives on top of her. I mean it passes right over her, and she comes out unscathed, except for wah wah, son of a bitch, mud right down the cleavage. Yeah, she's in the middle of a gunfight, almost got ran over by a truck, and the thing she's complaining about is the fact that she had mud down the cleavage. And I'm kind of wondering how. How do you have mud down your cleavage when you're wearing basically a full body suit? The only thing that's not covered is your head. I mean, look at this suit. Everything is covered. And the only thing that's left uncovered is her face. How the hell is she getting mud down her cleavage? So yeah, she's about to get shot again, and then Outlaw pushes her out of the way and calls her sassy pants because that's Domino. Domino's the sassy one in the group. And then they do something called a fastball special where she Outlaw picks up Domino and throws her, and yeah, Domino is doing flips while cannonballing off of people. So yeah, she throws Domino, and Domino literally pinballs off of people. Like no joke, she pinballs off of these tree stealing pirates. How does that even work physically? Like as soon as she crashes into someone, they're both gonna go down. She's not gonna ricochet off of them, but she does, and she literally hits everybody. All right, here's one thing. So she says fastball special, but then Domino says, "I hate the fastball special. I always get costume write up." So she's pinballing around like an idiot, and then complaining about how she's getting a wedgie. We're not even halfway through this. So she takes out the tree stealing pirates, the timber pirates, with the pinball maneuver. So she goes to the goblin werewolf looking guy, and then the guy is back to normal. And then we get their other partner, Diamondback. And I'm just thinking, isn't Diamondback a gangster who is like fighting off like Luke Cage and Jessica Jones, and then I think in the current Defenders, like he's like the main villain there, at least for the first arc. Isn't that Diamondback? Why is Diamondback here a pink-haired, pink-wearing, limo riding? And I'm starting to sound like Ric Flair. Is there two Diamondbacks? Two Diamondbacks in the same company? One's a superhero chick and the other one's a villainous gangster? Alright. So yeah, they decide to go to San Francisco, and they're riding in the elevator, and they brought the werewolf goblin transforming guy with them because they had a soft spot for him. Or at least Domino did. I thought Domino doesn't seem like the kind of person who would take in strays. Like she would just be like, I mean, she wouldn't kill the guy, but she's not gonna like shelter him and stuff like that, right? Like that doesn't sound like her. But whatever. So basically, we have Domino who is not having the best day, I guess. I mean, she's taking on timber pirates because she needs money, basically. She's not really doing like high paid work and work she like really believes in. So she's kind of like feeling a bit down. And then surprise, a birthday party with everybody, and all I can think of is, why are all these people here? Last time I remembered, like again, it's been literally like 2 decades since I've read anything with Domino in it. And when I did read stuff with Domino in it, I was literally like 11, 12 years old. So my memory of her isn't the greatest. But as far as I remember of her, doesn't she usually piss off everybody that she like partners up with? Like there's basically like a few people, like I think it's like Cable, Wolverine, Deadpool. Like there's basically just like a small group of people that I can literally count like on one hand that she doesn't like end up pissing off or like getting under the skin of. And yet, yeah, she basically has almost like all the X-Men and all the mutants and stuff like that here for her birthday party. Deadpool arrives and he cracks a joke and basically says that he got he wanted to get Air Supply, the band, but a cover band, but he couldn't, so he got the next best thing, the Dazzler. And this is the Dazzler in modern day Marvel. It's not enough to ruin Domino. We now have to ruin the Dazzler. Because here's what the Dazzler originally looks like, you know. She looks like she kind of just stepped right out of the 70s. But she's a beautiful looking woman. And here's, you know, she kind of has the, like I said, like the 70s one-piece outfits, disco outfits. That was like her main thing. But she basically wore flashy clothing. I mean, she's the Dazzler. She wants attention. She wants to be flashy. She wants to be flamboyant. And then modern day Dazzler has a mental issue haircut and a pantsuit because that's flashy. That just screams Dazzler. What the hell's going on in this comic? So yeah, Domino starts shedding tears of happiness, and Diamondback and Outlaw kind of poke fun at her. So yeah, remember how I mentioned how this issue has an identity crisis? So here we go again. The Dazzler is singing. Domino is happy. We get lighthearted banter. Domino showing emotions. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Domino just has like a flashback of Domino's life where she is a child basically being experimented on. She's a child soldier, having her face branded with a tattoo, just, all the trouble that she went through. And here she is looking freaking like, she looks like Wednesday Addams. Like, what is this outfit? Well, yeah, so she has that, and then she drinks 1 cup of wine cooler, and she's already drunk, like drunk enough that she goes up to Colossus, and she's like, "Heard you're getting married, Peter. Must be nice to have a fiance with a normal face, right?" Is she supposed to be drunk? Like, she literally had like 1 glass, and she's buzzed enough that she's saying things that she normally wouldn't say. And what is up with this line? Must be nice to have a fiance with a normal face. You're not ugly, Domino. I mean, you have a tattoo over your eye, but I mean, that just makes you look more exotic than anything else. Like, you're not an ugly looking woman. If anything, Kitty's the one that looks terrible by modern day Marvel standards. I mean, she basically looks like a dude. I mean, what was it? What was it, X-Men Blue, where she literally has a bulge between her legs? So, I mean, if I had to pick between Domino or modern day Kitty Pryde, I'm taking Domino in a heartbeat. But yeah, so she says that to Peter, and then Diamondback kind of pulls her away to look out fireworks outside, and then yeah, I guess Domino's not drunk anymore because now she's acting normal. I don't know what's going on here. What's funny, Diamondback calls her drunky, even though like she's acting completely normal. She's talking completely normal out here on the balcony. So yeah, she has a pug. The name is Pip. And yeah, Diamondback leaves. And Domino stays with the pug. So we have Domino laying in bed with nothing but her brown panties on, petting her dog. And if she was petting her cat instead, I would have a completely different joke for this. Yeah, all of a sudden this old man who literally looks just like the last villain in Spirits of Vengeance. I'm guessing it's got to be from the same illustrator because this guy looks like straight up. I thought this guy was going to be like a demon. But yeah, apparently he just stumbled his way in here while looking for the bathroom, and I'm just kind of wondering, did no one else see this old man? I mean, there's literally a party with like a bunch of mutants, and you're telling me that none of them knows this old man with a walker and this mean-faced looking woman sneak into Domino's bedroom? Not one person thought, hey, who's that old man going to Domino's bedroom? I didn't think she had that type, which is kind of funny because that was literally a joke earlier on where Domino has a type for large guys. I don't know why we needed to know that, but we did apparently. But yeah, apparently this woman is Topaz, who was sent to kill Domino. She grabs Domino, beats her up for a bit, while people are outside partying in the next room. Like, you literally have Domino being thrown against the wall, being slammed into the floor. I mean, it's not like, she was chloroformed or anything else. I mean, she's literally being thrown around, and no one hears this. Not one person. You would think like all these mutants, there'd be like someone with like super hearing. Like, you would think at least just one person, maybe one person who's like, hey, I need to use a restroom, and they stumble by, as they're passing by Domino's bedroom, they hear, Domino getting tossed around. You would think at least one person, but no one does. So yeah, the lady picks up Domino and then tosses her out of a window, and then Domino's like, I'm going to die, because she can't feel her powers working. But obviously, we know it's going to work, and you kind of gave that away in the beginning when you literally had Domino say, "I can be tossed off of a building and only break my arm." So how much you want to bet she's going to break her arm, and that's going to be it? She's still going to survive and all that stuff. But yeah, that's Domino, issue number one. Now I didn't really get like too. I kind of touched on it a little bit, but I didn't get like completely into it on the because I didn't want to read a lot of the dialogue. But this issue like has like an identity crisis. It doesn't know what it wants to be. There are moments where it's goofy, and then it's serious, and then it's goofy, and then it has like a moment of seriousness, and then it just undercuts that with more goofiness, and it's just I don't know. Like I'm just thinking, there's so much you can do with the Domino character. Hell, this could be like Marvel's answer to DC's The Silencer, or you know, Domino can be Marvel's John Wick, basically. You can even, I mean, you can keep the dog idea and then just have it be like again, like more like John Wick. Like John Wick is a serious movie, but he has a dog. I mean, that's why he starts killing people is because of the dog. I mean, there's a whole reason behind that. It's not just because he killed his dog. There's a whole like message behind that. But you can do something like that. But instead, we get Domino doing cutesy baby talk to a dog and then getting pissed on, and then she's fighting tree pirates, and she's destroying her element of surprise in the high ground because she wants to crack jokes, and then they beat the tree pirates by throwing Domino like a pinball, and then she's making cracks about how there's mud going down her cleavage and how her tights are riding up her ass, and then she is like depressed even though she succeeded in her mission, and then she has a surprise birthday party and then she's happy, but then she has like some kind of like flashback PTSD moment for no reason. There was no trigger, it just happened out of the blue, where she was like experimented on as a child and all that stuff, and then she gets drunk, but then she gets undrunk in a matter of seconds, and then she's happy again, and then she's petting her dog, and then she's getting beaten up and thrown out of a building. It's like this comic has no idea what it wants to be, and it's very I don't know. It bugs the hell out of me. Just like pick something, pick a tone. And with Domino, I would go serious. You can have like some lightheartedness, but not this much, and not like this type of humor, like where you're constantly undercutting like all your seriousness. Like Domino is a character who, okay, I don't really care about these types of stories, but I mean, this issue did bring it up where she kind of has like romance troubles. She was literally taken as a child, experimented on, trained. She was forced to be a child soldier. She's doing crappy missions that she doesn't like 100% believe in because she needs money. You have a lot of like dramatic setups right there that you can use to tell a nice, good, serious story. Instead, you constantly undercut it. What do you want? What's your tone? What is this? Is it supposed to be serious? Is it supposed to be a comedy? Because at the moment it's both and neither. Pick one and roll with it. But yeah, Marvel destroys another character. What a surprise. I was still looking forward to this too. But I thought, you know what? Maybe this is going to be like Marvel's John Wick. Maybe this is going to be Marvel's Silencer, because Domino is supposed to be like this really cool, tactical, smart, badass mercenary slash assassin who takes shit seriously. But no, instead we get like teeny bopper humor and drama, and it's just nothing works. So yeah, that's Domino issue number 1. Marvel isn't changing. CB Cebulski isn't going to be the change that we all were hoping he was going to be. So he canceled a couple of SJW comics. It's not like he fired all the writers. He's just giving them new stuff to work with. Nothing's going to change. You can't have a fresh start with the same old shit. All you're gonna have is fresh shit. That's Marvel right now in a nutshell. Marvel is just fresh shit. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope to see you guys. Actually, before I end that, let's just do the plug. I'm just gonna start doing this from now on. I have a BitChute. I have a Minds.com. Description and below. I have a Patreon. I have a PayPal. If you guys feel like donating anything to the channel, supporting it in that way, everything goes towards the channel. Whether it's better equipment, whether it's picking up comics. If you guys do donate stuff to like the Patreon and things like that, you guys can also put in a recommendation for a comic you guys want to see me review. And it can be anything. It can be a good comic. It can be a terrible comic. It can be whatever it wants. I will review it if I can find it. I also have a Twitch that you can find in the description below. I stream pretty much every Monday through Friday, usually around 2 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. I'm thinking about maybe changing that time, but for now, that's the way it is. If you guys wanna, drop in, say hi, and just hang out while I play some games, we can do that. Other than that, if you guys can if you enjoyed the channel, give it a like, leave a comment below. Whether it's if you guys want to give a compliment, if you guys want to criticize, if you guys want to give your thoughts on the issue, on the video, on anything, I'd be happy to read it. If you guys haven't, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you guys get the notifications. And yeah, just if you guys could just help share this channel, help get this video out there. Tweet about it, share it with friends, family, other people within the community. Just anything to kind of help the channel grow would be greatly appreciated. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys have a great day. Hope to see you guys next time. And yeah, later.